What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. We got Grandma Fives. I think it's called Gramophone Eyes. Bringing us in with Miss Peggy Lee. This is a remix. One of my favorites. I hope everybody's doing all right on this Tuesday. Honey, Mary Carrots, get out of here and give me somebody too. I hope everybody's doing all right. That's right, it's Tuesday, Mr. Fleming. This is one of my favorite house tracks right here. I hope everybody's doing all right. We're going to wait till some more people get up in this kitchen. I hope everybody is doing all right. Give me a 1 if you can see and hear me okay. Thank you to all my moderators that are here. Give me some money too. Sitting down, wondering what it's all about. The Bricks girl said you ain't got no money. They're going to put you out, honey, out of your misery, American. Get out of here and get me some money too. Get up, get up. You say, I see Miss Head get thin. Yeah, the exercises is paying off, honey. Gonna wait till some more people get up in here. I hope everybody's all right. Go ahead and get all of your little tasty treats you need. All right, we got no people in here, I believe, for us to go ahead and start. Honey, you know I was complete and utter house here. I used to party all the time, y'all. Y'all have to understand that was my thing. I really did not drink. I did not smoke. I used to smoke cigarettes, but basically you just find me on the floor somewhere dancing my behind off when I went somewhere. I didn't need nothing to help me get to a point of party, and I danced by myself in the middle of the floor. But anyway, y'all, I hope everybody has had a wonderful weekend, and I hope y'all ready for this week, honey. This eclipse is doing some major things, y'all. We got the eclipse is doing some shit. I mean, what is it, yesterday? Honey, I told y'all people are going to be eclipsed out of here, and this energy is going to last for the next, I believe, eclipse energy lasts all the way up to about 6 months. So, honey, and it's fresh. It's fresh right now. And our boy Biden sitting up here talking about he gonna run again for president. Your old ass, you're already 80. You're the oldest motherfucker that's ever been a president already. Do you honestly think you're gonna make it another 4 years? I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow they say that motherfucker woke up dead tomorrow. after saying he gonna go ahead and turn around and say I'm gonna be for presidency. Be dead as door down tomorrow. Honey, this America, that's all we got, y'all. Some old ass men. We got Trump, who's 73. Biden is 83. He don't know where he at half the damn time. And what is it? The Kennedy guy that can't talk. He gonna blow his vocals in the first 5 minutes of talking. He gonna be a mute, okay? We sad. Mary Carrot is sad, baby. She ain't got nothing. That hand she holding right now it ain't got no space. It ain't got nothing black. It's all red. She bleeding all over the place. It's just a wash. Like, come on, redial that. Let's go ahead and go ahead and redeal that. Please. She ain't got no books at all. Nothing. You understand? She can't even go board. What she got? It's just really, really sad what we dealing with right now, y'all. Honey, it's just sad. This is a second term. I'm like, I'm sorry. What are you running on? He said he running on voting rights and abortion. We got bigger problems than that. I'm just saying. Abortion rights and voting rights. There ain't nothing wrong with people's voting rights. It's just that y'all don't let nobody win of who people vote for. I mean, that's the big problem. That's the problem. Y'all playing with the machines. So at this point, the Democrats can hang it up. I don't know who's gonna win. If they let crazy ass Biff back in Trump, we all know what happened during his 4 years. Absolutely nothing. Not a damn thing. But a bunch of rigmarole and him showing everybody he knew how to write his name on laws that on shit. See, that's all he did through his whole entire election. I really honestly think that it's going to be so much shit going on that it's going to be more, our attention is going to be on other things other than the election of a president at this point. Okay? It really is. And American Carey told Little Dirty T-shirt, you need to go ahead and get started on your war, boy. Because in a minute we finna pull our money back because we're gonna have to focus on China. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to pull up on China and everything and start a war with China. And China sitting over here like, bitch, come here, pull up. I'm waiting. I got my grease on my face and everything, bitch. Well, pull up. I'm sipping tea, getting my nails done, waiting on your ass. Whenever you ready. And American's like, oh, she's over in Taiwan, the Philippines, doing, showing out, bringing her little bombs by sea and by air. She doing the most right now. And China's like, whenever you ready, girl, what are you talking about fighting, honey? She's like, I'm talking about beating your ass the year 2027. Is that okay with you? China like, the year 2027, bitch, I'm talking about in an hour. I'm talking about whooping your ass in the next hour. You talking about year 2027. What the fuck? You make an appointment for me to beat your ass? See, who does that? Honey, American is cloudy. And unfortunately, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, child. I'm serious. China sit out here like, girl, I don't know what you're doing. As if you could whoop my ass with that old ass shit you got over there. You got a couple of drones, but we got some things you ain't never seen before, baby girl. You too old. You thinking 1941 artillery and shit gonna work over here? No, baby. We got some shit that I can blow your shit up with a cell phone. What is you talking about? Honey. It's unfortunate. It's really sad, but American is really pulling it. She is over there doing big war games, calling herself, hey, she gonna push the point of what she's trying to do, but she's leaving Little Dirty Sweatshirt out to dry. He like, wait a minute, what you talking about? I gotta go. And she's like, you need to go here, put your grease on, put your gym shoes on, get the fight, motherfucker, because I got other things to do. And they like, I thought you was gonna help me no matter what. What you mean? I got shit to do. You losing over here. This is nothing. I gotta get my money over somewhere else because right now I ain't got no money left, and they fucking with my money right now, real hard right now. Because as of late, if you all are paying attention, the BRICS girls have been trading amongst each other, and it's going very, very well, you guys. They are making money hand over fist. China is got, its exports coming back and forth of all their little TVs and all the little junk shit that they sell over there. And meanwhile, Walmart over here is going out of business. All right. Bed Bath & Beyond going out of business. Meanwhile, new shit opening up where they at over there. You understand what I'm saying? These people, hey, they like, these is getting ready to get real nice and cute over here where we at. They doing well. They making some serious motherfucking money. Meanwhile, people at Wall Street is sitting over here talking about, girl, I don't know what we gonna do, but this shit right here looking pretty bad. What's gonna happen here? Banks is taking out money. Last month they took over $1 billion out of First Republic Bank. They like, oh, wait a minute. Wall Street is getting nervous now. Wall Street is about to jump. You know what they're going to do. I already told y'all. They're going to start looking at these other nations on how they can be able to survive this crash. People are going to start abandoning ship. That's when the rats start leaving first. You understand what I'm saying? Start getting off the ship first. That's how you know this motherfucker sinking. They gonna start looking to try to chime in with these other countries on finding out what kind of businesses they can possibly, get into and be nice and not be prejudiced in a motherfucking talking crazy shit. You understand? They're gonna be doing a lot of kissing ass. So they getting their little lip gloss on because it's gonna be a rough road of kissing a lot of minority ass to get into their countries to be able to make money. Okay? I'm telling y'all about to see people fleeing the United States in droves going back home because no one is going, there's not going to be any opportunities for them here. You got some countries, some companies are trying to come back and appease Biden with this electric car bullshit they got going on. But the problem is, in order to have an electric car, you need to be in good graces with places like Africa who have the parts to be able to sell you to make the electric cars and all of the, the different natural elements, you understand, the natural resources that they need to be able to make the components of the electric cars, which we don't have all of that. That's the reason why they was over Africa's backyard sending Camilla to sit up there and smile all up in their face saying, yeah, we want to be able to use you all's natural resources, but you all got to deal with our LBGTQ policies or and things like that in order for us to help you with this little $60 million. Meanwhile, we get to rape you and take of your natural resource. They said, no, you can take your little 60 million, get the fuck on. We got our own situation over here. We don't need you. So now we're looking at another situation right now, you guys, that it's not gonna work. It's not. I don't know what America calls itself doing, but as you all know, because she's too quiet in this department means only one thing, as it means on everybody's job. When you see motherfuckers ain't talking, motherfuckers don't know what to do. This is really bad. It's really bad. And they gonna keep quiet until they can't keep quiet no more. When it really starts to go, ow, when it really starts to show that something is really bad going on here. And how you know things are getting bad is that all of a sudden the Sudan, if you've been paying attention, went up and started going up, and everybody's talking about they got to go rescue all of their citizens and shit. Americans first out of her mouth talking about, we never said that we was gonna be able to get motherfuckers. They gonna have to use their own damn money to get the hell up out of there. We ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Then somebody said, oh, you pulling to Afghanistan again, huh? Then all of a sudden American was like, yeah, y'all remember that? Yeah, bitch, we remember that. It wasn't that long ago you had people hanging on the motherfucking plane and left all of them people there that you set up there and sold a pile of fucking dreams. And now they got to go back. They got to go whatever they destabilized and changed in their culture, those people now have to go back to the way that they used to, you know what I'm saying? They used to living before the Americans came. The women were allowed to work and shit. And they like, no, when we did things our way, women wasn't allowed to do shit. They was allowed to do what we say. So this looked bad when they left Afghanistan. So now all of a sudden, we're going to bring our troops in and we're going to rescue our people. No, you doing that to save face, because your first initial, you all saw the article, didn't you? That I put up in the community area. America was not going to get them people. They're like, fuck them motherfuckers. Candy camera moment. Yeah, bitch, that was you. You said that shit. But since everybody else in the world was going to get their people, America, I guess, I ain't trying to look bad. Let me go and get these motherfuckers too. You know what I'm saying? And try to look like I'm trying to still be the leader in the world. Because for a moment, she's like, I'm not leading no more. These motherfuckers taking over. They taking their money and everything else. She was in her feelings. But they had to remind her about Afghanistan. So now the thing about Sudan, and this is the thing a lot of people don't seem to understand. When you see situations in Africa go up like that, 9 chances out of 10, America got something to do with it. She's had something to do with all destabilizations all over the world. These things don't happen without her in it. Who was last there begging up on some shit? Now let's just keep it 100. Who was last there begging up on some money? Camilla, right? Was that bitch not there? Don't think for 5 seconds that they not trying to find a way in to be able to change the situation, you guys. They know that Uganda said fuck you, Nigeria said fuck you and spin on it, bitch. A lot of places been telling her fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. So the one thing that she still got that's always an ace in her pocket is starting problems in other people's countries and then act like I don't have anything to do with that. Okay? She did it over in the Ukraine. Now she's trying to do it over in Africa. So watch for what happens there because that's going to be real interesting. And it said they have no resources, so they say. You don't know what's over there. You don't know what's over there. Somebody's over there starting some shit for a reason. If there's no resources, then what's the point of fighting? And no one will tell you quite what it is that they're fighting about the same way they did with Ukraine. Like, why are we fighting over there? What is the problem? No one will tell you when you don't get straight answers out. That's how you know it's American. Like, what's the big hoo-hoo? What's the problem? Well, you know, they can't give you a straight answer. So, America done over here lied and done told somebody some shit, done stole something, and now y'all blaming each other, got y'all both looking at each other stupid, and now y'all fighting. Okay, that's the same situation that happened in Ukraine. Did nobody understand why in 2014 they was fighting like that? You understand what I'm saying? And that's how Russia's the bad guy. No, Russia's like, this is my shit. And another thing that recently happened, it said one little Chinese diplomat that pissed off half the world by saying he went and looked in the history books and found out that all of them places like Crimea and all them other things are actually all belong to Russia. And then people was like, what? And like, yeah, typically these were outside of the negotiations of when those areas were first, when the Soviet Union first fell, those places were outside the ability to negotiate on whether or not that they would stay Russia. Those was outside of the negotiations. So technically, those lands that the Ukraine and other places that they're quote unquote claiming that are not Russian territory actually are Russian territory. And the little Chinese man came over there like, I'm sorry, it's in y'all's fucking history books. Who knew? You understand? So in other words, the shit belongs to Putin. And everybody like, wait a minute, wait. That means I ain't no president. That means this motherfucker's owning it. They like, yeah. So so they trying to say that because him and China are in bed together, they trying to make us stealing people's lands. But I got a funny feeling that is very much so true, that all that area does belong to Russia. And I believe that is correct because that will go along perfectly with the way we have been studying things. All that shit is Russia. All of that shit is Khazaria. Okay? But those though, honey, he had to go. China's trying to apologize, trying to say, hey, we ain't trying to start no shit like that. But honey, it's got everybody up in the tizzy over there in the Ukraine area. They kind of scared, y'all, because that means a lot of places like Crimea, I think Poland, a lot of places would end up being, I don't know what they call it, exonerized or something like that. But they would end up being Mother Russia. Because it never was not Mother Russia. This is some shit they made up. Something happened within that 1940 area where shit was crazy when the fall of the Soviet Union happened and certain things were never negotiated correctly. And the little Chinese man said, it's in y'all books. Exotic, right? So, honey, that's some new extra shit right there. That's gonna be interesting. But they trying to shut his ass up and choke shit out of him in the corner because they like, we don't need that kind of information. And these people worry because they try to say, what you try to say? Putin is the president of all of us, and I'm not president no more, bitch. And this motherfucker can come over here and take the land, like pretty much. But you also got to understand that you're dealing with China, and that is a communist country, just like Russia is a communist country. They anticipate stealing people's shit. They want to take over the world, y'all. So you know at some point he might pull that card. You never know. But for right now, they got to get certain things under control. And that's this money situation. This money situation is looking pretty damn good. And everybody's loving it. So it is setting the stage for them to do the little BRICS money at some point, which we know will not work out. And the reason why it won't work out is because all of these nations have issues with one another. They have petty little issues that some folks it's just like with black folks. No matter how much you try to put them together and make them work together, it's going to be some pettiness that comes together. And people can't get past they petty to do the bigger thing. You understand? You got too many minorities with issues with one another. Okay? And those issues are huge things and prejudices against one another. They putting it to the side for now, but it's only a matter of time before that pettiness. It's always going to be one petty bitch that can't not stop being petty. That's going to kick out. That's going to start kicking in other people's petty. So it's too many. All of these different nations have too many problems of their own right now. If you're paying attention, everybody's nations got issues. They populace ain't happy, and you have to understand the populace is bigger than the people who are in charge right now. All right, so we're gonna have to watch these situations because these people have elections coming up next year in 2024, just like an election is happening here in the United States. Elections are happening over in Europe, over in the UK. All of that, things are gonna be switching up. So watch the board because it's all switching up and it's all changing very, very quickly. And a lot of these old motherfuckers may get old and sick and die. I'm telling you, Biden is not going to stick around, y'all, to be able to run for next year. This eclipse just happened last week. And you see what's going on right now. Now, the other thing that's getting me is that Putin also told the little sweatshirt dude. Now, Karen over here telling your ass to come over here and start to get to fighting and blowing shit up. Let me tell you something, you little funky motherfucker. We ain't even started to whoop that ass yet. We just playing with you, boy. You might want to take that other initiative and sit your ass down and talk peace. If you got any sense. You gonna keep listening to Karen like you gotta do something or we out. She finna bounce on this motherfucker and leave him there. So he gonna have to do something. He gonna have to do something at this point. He gonna have to sit down and talk to Putin or he gonna die. It's gonna be one of the two. There is going to be a president that dies. Either it's gonna be Oz or it's gonna be that little motherfucker Zelensky. Somebody gonna catch that motherfucker and snatch his ass the fuck up. I'm telling you, it's gonna be either our president or Zelensky, one of the two or both. They're gonna get a 2-for-1 deal. Okay, hell gonna get a 2-for-1 deal. Cause if that happen, it's gonna be they're gonna be partying and shaking their ass, ding 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 everywhere, baby. If that happens. Because that means America is truly weak. That's what I'm saying. 2-for-1, baby. 2-for-1 deal going now. Because I'm telling you, they're going to be shaking their asses and praising and happy. It's going to be like, how the hell you going to be happy for somebody like that, Dan? The world is going to do some weirdness, honey, if that happens. If Biden fucking croaks and that little stanky ass little motherfucker wearing that same fucking sweatshirt every goddamn day and jeans dies and gets caught up, they're gonna be over there doing all of they fucking Bollywood. They're gonna be sitting up there twerking. You're gonna see Putin and Winnie the Pooh over there. They gonna be twerking on fucking TikTok. Okay? They gonna be there. Throw that ass in the circle, Winnie. Throw that ass in the circle. I'm telling you, I bullshit you not. That shit happened. Are you gonna be America? Gonna be over here trying to cry, trying to reenact the Kennedy assassination over here, and the rest of the world gonna be jumping for joy, baby, toasting it. They gonna be sitting up here. Hey, we gonna fuck up the night. It's right now is that eclipse shit. They go, somebody gonna get eclipsed the fuck up out of here. Watch. Just watch. It's gonna be bad, y'all. I'm telling you. And the other thing, like I said, this eclipse energy is a real thing. Don Lemon and what is that? Tucker Carlson got eclipsed the fuck up out of a job. Y'all ain't see that shit? When with Tucker Carlson, I had a funny feeling that might happen because you all know with that man that killed that little boy that went to the door by mistake looking for his brothers and sisters, knocked on the door. He said all that man did was sit and look at Fox News all day. Tucker Carlson is known for his prejudice. I can't stand that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what he talking about. He is a prejudiced ass man with too much motherfucking money. And he got introduced to unemployment today. Okay, he didn't see that shit coming yesterday. How you get fired on the weekend? It's Monday, motherfucker. They didn't get in the office good. You didn't get in the office, motherfucker. You got fired on the weekend. And then nobody tell him till he walked in the door on Monday. That's the shit they do to black people. They only like, damn, I just came back from work. I just the damn weekend. Y'all couldn't have told me this shit Friday. I'm telling you, that's the shit they do to black people. Am I lying or not? You come to work Monday, your ass fired like a motherfucker. Like, y'all could have did this shit Friday evening. I didn't even have to come in this motherfucker today. Baby, Fox News, this dude has caused Fox News, cost them a couple of, few million behind a couple of lawsuits that they've done. But also, like I said, this last situation with this man and the narrative being all inside of the news about how that particular man that shot that little boy, all he did was watch Fox News all day. And everybody knows that the biggest moneymaker on Fox News is Tucker Carlson. Okay? Now, Fox News finna go out of business, okay? Because every prejudiced motherfucker in the world is not finna watch no more because Tucker's not on anymore, okay? And Tucker's been making a name for himself because he did come out against COVID. He did come out about a lot of different things that against Trump and all of these different people. He did do certain things that and spoke his mind. And they trying to get rid of all anchors that do that. But honey, on the other case of Don Lemon's old tacky ass, honey, I have been over him for years. For years. His way of interviewing is irritating. Irritating as hell. It's certain questions this man kept asking that, how did you feel about? I don't know if he interviewed those people who came back from Mexico or whatever, the black couple that came back from Mexico and one of them got killed or whatever, and he was interviewing him. I wanted to come through the TV and choke his motherfucking ass. Why did you asking these people dumbass questions? How did you feel about that? And what did you feel at that time? And it's like, motherfucker, I couldn't have sat there through that interview because he asks a lot of irritating ass fucking questions. He says a lot of crazy things. It's like, as a interviewer, he's gotten worse over the years. So fuck him. I could care less. They had already moved him. They tried to give him a little bit of time before they let him go. And like True Royal said on her show, it was only a matter of time before he was gonna go. They literally extended his time. They extended his time a little bit, but it was time for him to go. It really was. I don't know where he gonna go, y'all. I don't think anybody's gonna watch him or even on YouTube because who gives a fuck? You understand what I'm saying? Who cares? But when it came down to Tucker, yeah, Fox News heard that narrative behind that baby and getting shot and that man just shooting that child just because. And it lets you know that basically Fox News is what prejudiced white folks watch, and they get their feel every day from that. So they wanted to get rid of that. I don't know how they're gonna do. Don't nobody. They didn't have nobody else. CNN sucks. All of that shit sucks. And I used to have cable. I don't have cable anymore. I don't even watch fucking cable anymore. For what? You understand? I mean, I get my news off of YouTube. That's better than, you don't understand, the shit that was on TV anyway. They're lying to you anyway. It's only so much that they can tell you because most of their sponsors are people like Pfizer and shit like that. So fuck them. That's my idea. Fuck them. You understand? And old time boy King Charles, honey, that coordination gonna be a hot ass motherfucking mess. They keep fucking with the Most High, man. First of all, you ain't no king, bro. I don't give a fuck what your mammy say. Okay? How she tried to make it seem like y'all divine, knowing damn well that old bitch had been dead, and then y'all gonna try to make it low. She passed away right at the time the you know that the constellations was like, so get the fuck out of here. That old bitch is gone. Ain't gonna be no more reverencing queens and kings around this piece. Ain't nobody trying to pay for that man's fucking coordination. And now you got the Pope trying to get him pieces of the crucifix. You asked him for a bolt of lightning and shock you in your ass. Could literally blow your fucking carriage up. Bruh, I wouldn't have done it. That's a no. That's a hard fucking no. You're tempting the Most High right now. At his time. Like, bruh, no, not right now. Not after the 400. The 400 years is up, bro. Y'all asses is out. Don't you see what's going on here? Why would you do that? It's like, I mean, he can't see everything going wrong for him right now. Everything's going hella wrong. Coordination ain't nobody trying to pay for. Motherfuckers telling you walking around and stolen shit, man. Ain't nobody trying to sit over here and pay for you to prounce around. Everything you own is stolen. Ain't nobody trying to watch you be the greatest motherfucking booster on the planet and show the shit off. Nobody wants to see that. You're a fucking thief, and then you're going to parade around and stolen shit in front of everybody. No one wants to see that. No one even wants to sing at your coordination, man. You can't get one star to show up at your shit because your family ain't shit but a bunch of thieves and motherfucking human traffickers. They human traffickers and thieves. They made all their money off of human trafficking. Who finna sit up here and apply that shit? Y'all. And then you gonna get in the Pope just setting your ass up for all kind of hell to come down on you. All kind of fucked up shit to happen on you on that day. He trying to get the heat off his ass. So he gonna sit up here. Let me give you a couple of pieces off the crucifix, off the tree. You motherfucker stole the tree? You took the tree and put it somewhere? Why? You all been working, you can tell they've been working all kinds of sorcery to keep their power. That's why they have it. That's why they giving the shit to him, because ain't shit working right now for none of them. So they trying to find a way. Let me give you this little thing right here. It usually worked for us in the past. Maybe it'll give you some help doing your reign, sir. Not no more, bro. Just like that throne seat, you can't sit in with the rock of the rock of scones or whatever underneath it. You gonna sit your ass there with that motherfucking piece of that bark off of that crucifix and on that stone and get electrocuted fucking out of a broad, beautiful, clear day. The motherfucker shit gonna go brrr and blow his whole ass off that motherfucker. I mean, I'm sorry. That, you know what, it's the level of disrespect and the level of just downright blasphemy that church has done. I call it the priests of Mahan. It's just on next level type shit. They have no shame at all. The shameless nation, baby. Shameless nation. I'm sorry. I was almost angry when I saw that. I was very angry. And some said, don't get angry because they've been disrespecting the Most High for many, many, many years. They don't want to hear. I had somebody sit up here and say that you shouldn't listen to anything that was written about the Old Testament. You need to stay inside the New Testament. All the laws in the Old Testament is over. I said, you keep on believing that shit, you going to go on here to keep skating your funny looking ass straight on the hill. Because there's no such thing as those type of things being over with. But that's the kind of lie that they went around telling everybody, that all of those laws of loving each other and taking care of each other is literally gone out of style. You're only supposed to listen to the New Testament. And even in the New Testament, the Most High said, I didn't come to rewrite laws or take laws away. None of that. I came to enforce them. But, and you know what I'm saying, and strengthen them with what I'm talking about. But unfortunately, motherfuckers is not listening at all, honey. So on to why I made this video, and it is called, Where is the Love, y'all? And strangely enough, y'all know I always bring this back to what is wrong with this world. This world is one. It said there's a force that dominates this world. And these are my little notes that I write down from time to time. And it's like there's the force that dominates the world, and it is of evil, which comes from selfishness, deceit, lust, pride, pleasure, and causing injury and destruction and low level energy. That's pretty much what's wrong with this place. People like participating in this shit. Quiet as kept. Okay? Illnesses that bother us today come from participating in things that don't have that have a moral imbalance. And I've watched actual sicknesses behave like they're entities on people. I watched it with my mother when she had West Nile. When I would pray over her, her body would twitch like it was having an issue in her sleep. It would twitch because it didn't like that I was praying over her. If you ever seen anybody really, really sick, there's a grayness that comes over their face, like they're super, super, super sick, and there's a whole nother entity there. And you have to, I observed this shit for myself. Sickness can be a demon of its own. Okay. Now, the other thing that a lot of people don't understand, the things that's wrong with this place, is that men don't even understand how to defend themselves against these situations that we run up against as far as the forces of evil here on this planet. They don't know how to defend themselves. They don't have no weapons to defend themselves. You want to know why? Because Sammy made sure you didn't have no weapons to be able to stop him and his friends. Do you understand? He made sure that the demons would have more ability to control and hurt you than you realize. And that's by taking the law away from you and saying it's done away with. You ain't got to do nothing. Do whatever you want to do. And by you doing whatever you want to do and being a certain type of way to people around you, opens you up to what? Selfishness, deceit, lust, pride, and pleasure, and causing injury to people. And it also turned a few of you into assassins, soul assassins. But see, that right there, that's on a whole nother level of what a soul assassin is. Remember, Most High said you have to be careful. He said you have to be careful of the ones, some people that hurt you, but you have to be very careful of the ones that come to hurt your soul, steal your soul. And a lot of y'all was raised by a few assassins, quiet as kept. Okay? And you don't even realize it. You understand? And the funny thing, like I said, men do not have the weapons to fight against the things that I said things I said, the pride and all those things. It says, and what you think, it says, and many of us think we know it all, but we absolutely know nothing. I'll be the first person to tell you, I don't know shit. Okay? Because I haven't been alive long enough to know everything. But what I do know is that most of us reject the Most High's law. We refuse to pray. We refuse to love one another. We refuse to forgive one another. And those are the only weapons that can defeat things that I just said. If you pray, if you choose to treat each other right, if you choose to love one another, guess what? Selfishness, deceit, lust, pride, and things that cause injury, they can't do shit to you. You ever had a situation where a motherfucker tried to come between you and your friend because you and your friend tight as hell? You already know your friend wouldn't do no shit like that, but there's a person standing here with a whole lie in their mouth saying, oh, but this is what happened. He's like, and y'all already had the conversation and we already know this motherfucker's gonna come over here and do this shit. You know how you feel when you done caught a motherfucker in a lie. And they sticking to the lie, but you and your good Judy or your boy already know what's up. There's nothing that no one can do when you two are like this. That's how all of us have to be with each other, like this. And those spirits have no way of being able to infiltrate. They can't get in when you have that with each other. But when you don't have that, an asshole like that can completely interfere with a friendship, a marriage. You understand what I'm saying? A business relationship, all of that. If you don't have that understanding between each other. It says, but the thing about it is that if we continue to disobey, if we continue with our free will to disobey the law, the Most High will use you also as a testing tool for his justice as well. See, for those of us who do try to clean ourselves up and do well, the Most High gonna test you to see whether or not, if you got it, if you understand his laws for real, or if you want to sit up here and continue to be an asshole and hey, you want to disobey, he gonna use your ass to test one of his kids and fuck you up and bless them. Okay, you done seen it. The Most High bless you by fucking somebody else up because they came after you a certain type of way, and you his child, and they used their free will to try to fuck you over and end up getting fucked up themselves. We all have the ability to do certain things as far as participate in fucked up shit. We can choose not to. We can see things as they should be. And then you can go ahead and continue to do the wrong shit and fuck around and find out that the Most High ain't playing with you by you being a footstool and somebody walk across your back because you fucking up. Okay? Now, at the same time, you have to understand this one thing. Sammy, the reason why I do the character Sammy, and I don't know if half of y'all done figured this shit out yet. It's fun. Sammy is lovely. Sammy has good jokes, cute flirt from time to time, says a lot of slick shit. But Sammy lives in every last one of y'all. All y'all got a hat and badass clothes walking around thinking you the shit and wish a motherfucker would. All of y'all got a Sammy in you. And the thing about it is that y'all think that he's invisible, but he's not. He's you. He's you unchecked. He's you without understanding the Most High's law. Do you understand? I use Sammy as a teaching element, you all. I use it as myself. That's a whole nother character. In fact, you don't even see Sammy when I'm talking to you. But when I am in Sammy mode, I'm a whole different other person. right? Even a smile turns around and just goes, hey. You understand? Sammy is real. It's in every last one of us. And what you have to understand is that Sammy is that part of you that wants to do what the fuck it want to do when it want to do it. It want to have fun. It want to do freaky shit on the weekend. It want to sleep with whoever it want to sleep with. It want to sit up there and be the star of the show. You understand what I'm saying? Sharp than a motherfucker. Don't give a fuck what I say. Who gives a shit if your feelings hurt, bitch? You understand? That's who we want to be. We don't go around and just do all kind of rigmarole and just do all kind of crazy shit. Okay? In your head, you have thought of some super, super sick shit, and that's your Sammy. And I'm talking about the super sick shit you don't tell nobody about. Like that old crazy shit, like, you know what, I've always thought about having sex in front of my husband's best friend while he watches shit like that. Yeah, freaks. But it's a couple of y'all don't sit there. Woo, she done sat up there and saw me. Oh my God. Through the TV, through their YouTube. Hold on. You understand? Sick shit. That's the Sammy is a part of you that you literally want to do whatever you want to do and not care about the repercussions of it, y'all. Okay? And the thing about it is that when you do those kind of things, that part of yourself is like the killers of the heart. You understand what I'm saying? You kill parts of your heart with deceit. And I think a lot of people do not understand that, you become an assassin when you allow Sammy to do whatever the hell you want to do. Whatever the hell you want to do, you allow Sammy to come alive when you literally let him, have the free reins and do whatever the hell he want to do, say what the hell he want to say, hurt who he want to hurt. Don't matter. I'm in my Sammy mode. I don't care. I'm hurt. I can say what I want to say because you hurt me and I'm in my narcissist space right now. And it's all about me and fuck you and everybody else around. And then you become literally a assassin of the soul. And a lot of people do not understand that assassins destroy homes. Assassins destroy children. Assassins neglect the duties as parents and caregivers. Okay? In turn, they create abandonment and pain and resentment in children because of the Sammy. I'm doing what the fuck I want to do. Fuck these kids. I don't want to raise no kids. I want to sit up there and be in the street. I want to sit up there and smoke. I want to sit up there and drink. Do you understand? Sammy does things without caring about the repercussions of who it hurts in the end. Do you get what you get where I'm coming from? He doesn't care who it hurts. He doesn't care that if there's some children right there. At the moment, it was a good idea. Thank you, sweetie. Did you put that right there? I appreciate it. Thank you. You understand? And that's what you need to understand. Many of us have dealt with parents, relatives, and things like that. Other people, Sammy, going unchecked. And that's why the Most High says the problem with the world today is that you don't have no weapons to fight against those type of assassins. And the weapons that he says is prayer, love, and trying very hard to treat each other well. If we can defeat our own Sammys, we're halfway there. We're there. We done slayed the biggest dragon. We done slayed the biggest monster that's on earth. And that would be our very own Sammys. if you get anything off my channel, understand that when I do that character, I'm trying to get you to see yourself. My Sammy acts totally different. That is my Sammy. I told you, I've been that person. That Sammy that you see, don't put guns in motherfuckers' mouths and told them lick and with a smile on their face. I bullshit you not. I've been a very, very deadly woman in my time. And I'm very upset at myself that I allowed myself to go to dark places because of money and dealing with people in certain areas of money. You understand what I'm saying? When you have every once in a while, you got to tighten the motherfucker up. You understand? But I shouldn't have had to done that. You get what I'm saying? A lot of us, I'm not happy about those things. I'm not happy about a couple motherfuckers I put in trunks. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not happy about a couple motherfuckers I had their asses whooped till I got tired and I don't get tired. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not happy about those kind of things that I participated in. And I can say, well, it was the area of work that I dealt in. No, it's not. You ain't not supposed to treat your neighbor that way. It probably could have been other ways to be able to handle that situation. But I think they get the point if I do it that way. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that was pretty scary to them as well as to myself. Because later on, I had to literally sit back and say, you actually did that shit, Pete. You understand? There's things you need to think about. Many of us have been in our Sammys and we don't even realize it. Even with our own loved ones, we think of crazy, fucked up shit to do. Okay? Get back at somebody. I know plenty of girlfriends that I know I sat up there and slept with his best friend. Wait a minute. Wow. All he did was stand your ass up. He didn't go and do something with somebody else. That was a bit much. You understand? But we don't care when we're in our hurt zone. We don't care when we doing certain things. And then areas of, oh, I liked her, I got with her, I had these kids with her, but I don't want to be bothered with her. And meanwhile, you neglect children you help bring here. You done set up here and created shadows in these kids. Now these kids are going to be left for anything to happen to them because you abandoned these babies, and these kids are going to walk around with that abandonment issue in them for a long time, which is going to create more abandonment and problems in their relationships with others. Do you understand how it's a constant domino effect? It's going to keep affecting what your one issue and your Sammy did is going to create more Sammys. It's like a disease. It's going to create shadows in people where they don't feel good enough, where they feel like, what's wrong with me? My daddy didn't want me. My mama didn't want me. What happened? I don't understand. Assassins of the spirit. See, that's why people sit up there and say that, you know, the Most High is he's about love and he's about war and things like that. No, he isn't. There's repercussions for the shit that you do. Okay? There was repercussions for everything that happened in the garden with Cain and Abel. Do you understand what I'm saying? There was repercussions that had to play themselves out. The Most High I'm a God of war. He never said no shit like that. What he said is that these situations we put ourselves in have to play themselves out. He said, thou shalt not kill. Why would a God that turns around and tells you, thou shalt not kill, turn around and say, I'm a God of war? Start thinking. But he did not say that I'm not a God. I got to straighten this shit out that you all done started now. A parent may not like whooping a kid's ass, but if they sit up there and damn near burn the house down, you might slap the shit out of them, okay? They may not like having to whoop your ass, but some things call for an ass whooping, correct? I don't like whooping children. I don't. But you do something that's completely outrageous to the point that I got I gotta sit up here and stomp the fuck out of you, right? I gotta stomp your ass because I can't have this happen again right here. I can't have this happen right here. You have to let them know I'm not playing with you. He did not say that that's something that he likes to do. He don't like to. He's like, I told you not to kill. Why would I send you out there to kill? But in situations that you all have made, now you force my hand to have to kill a motherfucker now. This is not what I wanted to do with my creation. But there's things we got to do to straighten all of this out. Same situation with him bringing all of the prophets. He had to bring the prophets. He was trying to tell y'all, hey, I'm okay. Look, they don't understand, so I'm gonna bring some teachers so they can teach them the right way. Y'all said fuck them teachers. We killing them. We don't want to hear what them teachers got to say. Kill these niggas. He like, okay, well, maybe if I send my sons, you might have a little bit more respect. Killed his ass too. Oh, so he had to open up a whole can of whoop ass on us for 400 motherfucking years. Entire can of whoop ass that we just now getting to understand just how bad of a ass whooping in which we had. You understand? Mothers watching their kids die, just like his mama had to watch his kids die. His wife having to watch him fucking get beat down in the street, just like many women have had to watch their husbands be beat down in the street by, you know what I'm saying, police and things like that. The police ain't no more different than the Roman soldiers back then. Okay? Hung on trees. The Most High was the first one that was hung on a tree. Now, black people got hung on trees through different centuries, okay? He did not lie and say, I was not going to make you pay for what the fuck you did, kiddos. Okay? But in order for these things to stop, we're going to have to start loving and caring for one another at the end of the day, y'all. We're going to have to love, pray, and care for one another. That's what this whole entire This is what the whole entire Bible was trying to say. Unfortunately, we had a bunch of spiritually illiterate motherfuckers, spiritually handicapped motherfuckers teaching you a Bible, and then turned around and mixed it up. I explained this to Brother William today. I said that's like somebody telling a basketball player that the way they play basketball is wrong. That every time they put the ball through the hoop, it's incorrect. That's not a point. That means you lost. But every time the ball bounces off the side, that's a point. That's how they've done our word and our law and lessons in the Bible. They twisted the shit upside down and said, now this is how we gonna teach it to you. We gonna take our shit we don't understand because we're spiritually handicapped. We don't even know what the fuck we reading, but we gonna tell you what it is. And you're like, this don't seem right, and it ain't right because you're talking to a fucking illiterate right now. You know, just spiritually. They don't have the capacity spiritually to even understand what the fuck they're looking at. That's who taught you the word. Now you're getting teachers who can help it. It makes sense now, but it only makes sense because the Most High has blinded you. Now he's blinded your enemy, which is the Edomites at this point, the Gentiles. The Gentiles are blinded. That's the reason why they shit going up crazy. This is the reason why Mary Karen ain't saying nothing, because she don't know what to do. She ain't got the sight no more. Her eyes are like this now. I don't know what's happening. Now yours are wide open to what's happening. I'm like, I can't believe they actually doing this shit. Once upon a time, they looked at you like that too. Once upon a time, they looked at you look at how the hood and the way people do shit in the hood. Some of them in the hood are blind. The 2/3 are still blind. They still doing crazy shit. They still haven't gotten it yet. They still out here smashing and grabbing Louis Vuittons and Pradas. What the fuck is that for? Okay? You are a part of a very special select group of people who have been unblinded to see everything that's going around you and understand what is happening, while you're literally, the Most High is allowing you to get a chance, a front chair seat at his work, him working in the world, him showing you prophecy, sitting right next to you like, son, baby girl, see what that is doing? And everybody else can't see it. I said today on the way to myself, when my daughter was dropping me off at work today, I was like, it's crazy being awake and everyone else around you is asleep. It is crazy being awake and everyone but a few people are asleep. It's scary. It's like being in fun, you know what I'm saying, in a funny world, in a movie. And you have to be very careful being awake around people. You can't be at work and talk about this kind of shit. You can't sit up here and be amongst your family and talk about this kind of shit. They're going to look at you crazy like, what you saying? I don't see it. I don't know what you're talking about, girl. And you like, this shit is real. Everybody ain't on the list. Everybody ain't on this list, y'all. This is a very exclusive list. And if you find yourself on it, thank the Most High that you need to thank him. Like, I don't know why you put me on this list to understand this shit, but this is wild. Wilder than wild. And strangely enough, you have to know things and keep it to yourself. Do you know how hard it is for me not to even with you guys? There's certain levels of understanding that I have. I can't share with y'all yet because y'all not ready yet. You got to be, there's going to have to be another level of opening of understanding for certain other lessons to come out. You understand what I'm saying? So certain things I can't even share with you because it's beyond you. And you be like, that bitch crazy. I don't understand. But once upon a time, when you didn't know nothing other than the basics about the Apocrypha and just the Bible, you would have thought what we talking about right now is crazy. So you're not ready yet. This is like a step by step. When like Big Judah bringing in the people that live on the inside of the earth and things like that. Some people ain't ready for that. Where others are like, yeah, I can get with that. Now this stuff beginning to make sense. You understand? Because of other things that they've been exposed to. You understand? This stuff has levels. And some people can ride to a certain point and say, this is as far as I go. I can't go no further than the Apocrypha. After that, that's all I'm used to, because of Apocrypha and Bible understanding is still the priest of Muhammad. It's just got black face on it. That's all. But if you start going into places like the Nag and the Seal Portion, and then these other books, and the Nazarene books and the Zohars and the other Bible and all of these other different places, and really start getting into these other books, that takes you further and further and further and further away from religion. Okay? I look on YouTube, and I guess because the algorithm, it put the Ten Commandments movie with Charlton Heston in my feed or whatever. And I laughed because I said, now these folks don't even know magic when it's in their face. It was a miracle what Moses did. Moses was using straight magic. Most High gave him the ability to handle the elements. They would call that a sorcerer. They would call him some kind of damn witch. Okay, a wizard. All right. In today's world, that would be considered a wizard. Okay, but to Christians, it's a miracle that happened. No, that was Most High teaching him how to do certain type of magic that everybody didn't understand, that the Most High taught Moses himself. But you swear to God that because I'm talking about certain things, or I bring a character like Sammy up for you to be able to understand how evil works and how it thinks and how it's maneuvering through our world internationally. And it's because of the things that I said to you all about. And that is, there is no all of this love. There's no love. There's war. People want to do all of these terrible things to each other. Pride, pleasure, lust. You happy inflicting pain. Do you think America does not get joy out of starving out countries so they can sit back and brag on that? You don't think they get pride? They don't feel patted on their shoulders when they have destroyed a country, killed women and children? You don't think they proud of that? Oh, they proud of it. They're damn proud of it. That's what built them. That's what makes them the strongest nation on the planet, is because they the best killers. Or they thought they were. Do you understand? They proud of those types of things. They like inflicting injury to people. Now their enemies are getting joy in inflicting injury onto her soon. That's why I said, if Biden or Zelensky or both, the 2-for-1 special happen, these people are going to be, they're going to be jamming, baby. They're going to be dancing their asses off because of the pain that these people have inflicted onto different nations, you all. Do you understand? This is the reason why we can't fight against evil on this planet. It's because all of us have caught up in our own situations that we can't seem to fix. This is the reason why I say shadow work is necessary. You got to work on you. You got to get you together. You got to learn how to start loving you. See, that's the thing. I've been doing some serious deep diving, even with myself, y'all. I had to stop and ask myself, why is it that I hated the feminine side of myself so much? And that was because, and a lot of women do this, we get to be, the world that we live in makes being a woman a thing that is a problem. Okay? The world looks at you as if you're a sexual toy that can have babies that don't nobody want, especially when you're a Black woman. And that was the one thing I hated the most about myself. You have no power. People don't take you seriously. And even from the people you're having a relationship with, it's like, I'm a little bit more than just something to hump and something to feed your kids and wash your clothes. Okay? I'm a bit more of a being than that. But the world around you says that you ain't nothing but a pretty face and a big ass. And that's all men are looking at you for. They're not looking at you as a companion. They're not looking at you as somebody that helps keep their dumb ass out of trouble when they do something stupid, be their conscience sometimes. They don't see you like that. In fact, when they see you, nice titties, nice ass, does she think? I guess I can deal with that. Does she talk too much? I can't deal with that. They picking you apart instead of looking at you as if you're a being that is like a flower, an exotic thing that needs to be looked at and examined and see the special qualities about her. You understand? One man told me the most attractive thing about me is that I knew how to do shit like guys do, like get up on ladders and fix roofs and shit like that. But I'm pretty as hell, nice body, and they're like, well, damn, I don't need this shit. Can you help me with my little car? Can you change my brakes? You understand what I'm saying? It was things like that. I'm like, I was born in a family of girls with a grandfather that wanted boys, and guess what? He taught the girls how to do boy shit. And just because you are nice looking didn't mean that you couldn't learn how to do things for yourself. Okay? But strangely enough, in the world that we live in today, those types of things about women just being intricate beings are not, looked at as wonderful things. They beat the femininity out of you. You got to become like men. You got to be able to eat your own kind at work and shit. They don't want feminine qualities at work. They want male qualities at work. And then males get mad when they run into a woman that's just aggressive with them because the world doesn't want femininity. It wants male isms. And then you wonder why when you get so many men who are so tired of this constant male masculine energy that's always inflicted on them, they turn into straight ass women. They turn into women. They think it's just better because they don't have that aggressiveness. They have a more softer way about themselves. So then you find them having this identity crisis. Maybe I ought to be a bitch. It might be easier. No, it's not easy being a woman. I don't know any gay, why men would want to be gay and be a woman. I don't know why you would want to do that. That is the hardest shit in the world to be a woman. And there's nothing harder in the world is to bring life in this motherfucker. Trust me. Okay. And I had to ask myself, why did I hate that so much? There's nothing easy or easy about bringing life here. There's nothing easy about carrying a life in your body. There's nothing easy about the grand finale of pushing one out here into the world. You understand? So that's very hard. There is nothing easy about being a helpmate to a male counterpart that because of the world in which he lives in, without him realizing it devalues your thought and your input because I'm a man and I'm supposed to know and you ain't supposed to tell me shit. And it's like, okay, since you know every motherfucking thing, and then when shit get fucked up, then you looking stupid at me. Instead of you seeing your woman as an equal to you, as a companion to you, with the same level energy that you carry in this world. People like, I'm the head of the family. Then why the fuck, if you so the head of the family, why the fuck is your woman always on her knees talking to the Most High about the dumb shit you doing if you the head? Why is she crying to the Most High all the time if you're supposed to be the one that's supposed to be that dude? Man, you have to ask yourself these things. Women are equal. The Most High judges you both equally. Not one up here. Not one at the bottom, but you've been taught by white folks because they got a problem with they bitch. That woman's here and man's up here. When actually, you're the same. I think a lot of us got that small hiccup out of the way, we'd have better relationships. If you saw your woman as an equal partner with an equal brain, equal knowledge as you, unless you married a stupid motherfucker, that's on you. You marry somebody that you can control and somebody that can sit up there and whatever you do, darling, I'm just going around here for the ride. If you marry one that fucking dingbat, then that's on you. But if you married a smart woman, then you understand what I'm talking about. If you marry somebody that when you ain't got it all together, she comes up and says, baby, I got you. Come on now. Come on, you can do this, boy. Come on. Shake that shit off. Don't be scared. I got you. You understand what I'm saying? That you can't stand back to back, that you all move as one unit together. If you ain't got that shit, hey, I'm sorry. Because that's what you're supposed to be looking for mate. But unfortunately, our world has made this man versus woman type situation. And it has made women upset at who they are. That they can't enjoy their femininity. They can't enjoy, yes, I can bring life into this motherfucker. And yes, I can sit up here and have baby and then pop my ass up and go to work and still take care of kids and raise them and do all these other things that are beautiful and wonderful and nice. Now I can also still be a friend to my husband when my husband needs a fucking friend. I can be his conscience when he don't always, think about things weird. When he gets jittery, he makes real fucked up moves because I watched him and I know when he's scared. You understand what I'm saying? But we can't bring that kind of energy on our jobs because your job is a place where it's all energy, male energy orientated. So we have to become something else. And those something else cause problems in our relationship. That's the reason why you have aggressive women. Well, I don't need no man. I don't need a man to do this. Bitch, stop it. And I'm sorry for calling you women bitches, but you being a bitch about that. Every woman needs a male counterpart. I don't give a fuck who you talking about. There is no existing without one another. Period. That's why you were made for one another. What one doesn't have, the other one does. It's just that simple. That 90s, I can take care of myself. I don't need no man. That's some stupid shit that came from some white bitch that's got a problem and 9 chances out of 10, she got a husband at home taking care of her motherfucking ass, talking shit and helping you not have one. Okay? I had to sit back and think about why I couldn't embrace those powerful parts of myself being a female. Because this world stomps being a woman out of you, especially being a Black woman. Your babies ain't wanted. You ain't wanted by your man. You ain't wanted by the world. So you have to become something else. Now you're talking to a professional woman that has watched herself. When you sit back and do some self-evaluations and watch the things that you've been through in your lifetime. Okay? There's times when we know how to apply pressure and when not to apply pressure. There's times to be aggressive and when to finesse and when to be soft. Those are things men don't know how to do. They want to go in and fuck shit up. I'm going to whoop this motherfucker ass. And we're like, no. We can have this another kind of way. What you mean? I want to go over there and ride on this motherfucker. No, we're not finna do the ride shit. Boy, sit down somewhere. We're going to handle this another way. You understand? This is another way of thinking about things. That's how women bring a situation. I can walk you into a situation rather than drag you and beat your ass to it. Which one is easier? Walking them in or beating their ass? Walking them in is usually how a woman does things. Free, clear, and they do it on their own. Get something with honey more than vinegar. But as I said, this is longer than I kind of normally like being on here, but it just gives you something to think about, you guys. Let's not be assassins. Let's not get so caught up in our Sammys that we don't realize the repercussions of what we do to others. We're going to have to get this under control, you guys, and it's got to start with you. If I can start with my Sammy, and Lord knows my Sammy is a humdinger, darling, in every shape and form. I'm surprised I ain't went to jail. Okay. My Sammy's ass, honey, I'll never go to jail, darling. Too smart for that shit. You understand? But I'm fully aware of my Sammy. Are you fully aware of yours, or do you act like it don't exist? You're going to have to sit down and talk to your Sammy. You're going to have to see how much damage your Sammy has done in your life. You understand? I know how much mine has done, and it's done terrible, terrible things. You understand? It's done so much terrible things that I've forgotten who I was at different times. Okay? But anywho, y'all, I will see you all on Friday. Thank you all for stopping by. Remember to thumbs up the video so other people can see me. I've been noticing I'm getting more and more different people who are trying to find your girl. You understand? This group is going to get bigger and bigger over time, you guys. And I think this is where the exercise and where many of us need to understand that this is where the Most High wanted us to kind of get to in this thing we call life, and that is straightening ourselves out so we can understand how to love each other. The only way you can understand how to love each other is understand how you got to where you are right now, and try to start with the people that you know loving each other now. I don't think it's anything wrong with that. Because in order to change the world, I told you, it's got to start with you. And once it starts with you, it's going to be just like it's going to catch on. You understand? It's going to start attaching to other people, and other people are going to want to love each other and treat each other right. And before you know it, you'll have the world that you have always wanted to have sitting right in front of your face. But it's got to start somewhere, and we got to deal with the dark shit first. So, like I said, I'm in that yuck part of the job, the yucky part of the job, which is dealing with your crazy ass and your dirty shit that you do out here in these streets, ladies and gentlemen. And trust me, I have had all kinds of phone calls, so there's nothing outside of the area of crazy that I deal with, from issues with sex, from issues with all kinds of things, drugs. You understand what I'm saying? People doing all kind of strange things for change. Hey, there's nothing that I will not work with people on their shadows with. A lot of us do a lot of things we ain't gonna tell everybody about. Okay? But that's you getting your family together, because like I said, some of us got some serious shit going on with us, okay? And I will more than likely, we got May coming up so soon. I need you all to start emailing me if you like to work on your shadows. Please only email me if you have been reading. Okay? And if you're truly serious, I'm not fighting people. I'm not fighting people. I'm not finna fight you over your shit. Okay? I'm not gonna fight you. That's one thing I'm gonna start setting complete and utter boundaries with people. If don't call me to shoot the breeze, we doing some work. If you're not ready to deal with you, don't email me. I'm not finna fight you, and I'm not finna force you to look at you. Okay? If you don't know what the books are, I'm not finna tell you. You've been on this channel way too long to not know. Those books are the sealed portion and the books of remembrance. If you have not even touched those books yet, don't call me. The sealed portion and the books of remembrance. Can one of my moderators put those inside of the chat so they know? Okay, those you can buy on Amazon. They're not expensive books at all. Ain't nobody telling you go spend $1,000 and no shit like that. In fact, Big Judah has some of them already as PDFs on his website. So if you got the ability to, print some shit out at work, go ahead and print out the book at work. I mean, but hey, don't say I told you to do that shit, because that book about 300 pages. I ain't gonna tell you or tell your job you're gonna bring a brick of paper and repay them back. Okay, and the Nag Hammadi. The Nag Hammadi is fine too. That's another one that is a good one as well. But you have to have some type of basis first. All right. I will talk to you all next week. You all take care. And thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with your girl. And I'll see you Friday.